attract. They all attract personality of Godhead. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. Here let's take the word meaning also because there is no purpose. Devi who shines brilliantly. Krishna Mai, non-different from Lord Krishna. Prokta, called Radhika, Shrimati Radharani. Paradevata, most worshipable. Sarva Lakshmi Mai, presiding over all the goddesses of fortune. Sarvakanti, in whom all splendor exists. Sammohini, whose character completely bewilders Lord Krishna. Para, the superior energy. Yeah, 4.83. Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Paradevata. Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para. Devi Krishna Mai, most worshipable Paradevata. Sarva Lakshmi Mai, presiding over all the goddesses of fortune. Sarva Kanti, where all Kanti, in whom all Kanti resides. Sammohini, one who bewilders Lord Krishna. That's Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is the manifestation of the Bhakti Shakti of the Lord. When Bhakti, condensed, intense Bhakti, takes a form, that form is Srimati Radharani. And I believe the meditation which is going on is that Srimati Radharani, and what kind of happiness she is having, experiencing, Lord Chaitanya wanted to taste. We see Srila Rupa Goswami explains in the Nectar of Devotion, he explained the 6 characteristics of bhakti. Starting with Kleshagini. So he explains the first characteristic of bhakti is Kleshagini, then Shubhada. Moksha Laguta Krit. Sandarananda Visheshatma. There are 2 more characteristics. I'm forgetting the 3rd and the 6th one, basically. So it starts with Klesh Agani. That means the touch of bhakti itself brings about relief from the scorching material world. Oh, scorching, burning furnace effect of this material world. Immediately one feels relief, the touch of bhakti. So just the touch of Srimati Radharani or the glance, merciful glance of Srimati Radharani brings that effect. And thus one starts on an adventurous and thrilling journey of auspiciousness, Shubhada. In this way, the practice of bhakti starts becoming condensed, and when it starts becoming condensed, it gives that much pleasure that in front of which moksha laguta krit, the moksha becomes insignificant. And then further the bhakti starts becoming more and more condensed, Sandhrananda Visheshatma, so much so condensed that nothing can penetrate it. And I think the last quality is Krishna Akarshani. Yeah. So when it becomes so condensed, then what happens is that it starts attracting the Supreme Lord. Krishna does not like dilutions, adulterations, amalgamations, dilutions. Krishna doesn't like all that. Krishna wants the real flavor. So only when bhakti is condensed and intense is it pleasing to the Supreme Lord. So we can understand Radharani, Srimati Radharani is the storehouse, is the ocean of this kind of bhakti. Rather, anyone who is having even a drop of bhakti can only have it after obtaining the mercy of Srimati Radharani. The very fact one is having bhakti in one's heart means Srimati Radharani has cast her loving, merciful glance upon that living entity. Yes, Sudurlabha is the third one, I think, probably. It's a very rare. Very rare. So Srila Prabhupada used to say that Krishna consciousness is simple. Srila Prabhupada used to say Krishna consciousness is simple, and Prabhupada said this is encouragement also, hope giving also, warning also. And I say, okay, encouragement we can understand, okay, Krishna consciousness simple. Even a child can practice. Even if one's IQ is done normal, still one can practice. So it's simple. A child can practice. But Prabhupada gives a warning also attached to it. How? Warning, from where the warning? It seems so simple, even a child can practice. Yes, even an animal can practice. Yes, that's true. But Krishna consciousness is so simple that one may miss it. Therefore Prabhupada says, the process is simple, but not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So what is the process? One just has to condense. Boil the devotion out of all contamination. That's all which has to be done in the process of bhakti. So that is only possible by the special mercy of Srimati Radharani. So this is, therefore this is the highest flavor of the taste of rasa. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means who is Krishna himself, Krishna Varnam, Tosha Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, or Lord Krishna in the form of Lord Chaitanya, he himself wants to taste it. If Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is endorsing a particular taste, that means what would be that taste? And therefore, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is relishing that taste. And that becomes the purpose of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's avatar. Among all the tattva, the bhakti tattva is the essence. Jnana tattva, yoga tattva, bhakti tattva sar. Bhakti tattva, rasa tattva, prema tattva are. So therefore, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to install the very mood of Srimati Radharani. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to install the very mood of Srimati Radharani, and the glimpses of this mood we see in the behavior of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have intense kirtans at the house of Shiva Sangan, Shivas. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be in such an absorbed mood. And one time Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did dramatics. And he played the part of Mother Rukmini. And when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was acting as Mother Rukmini, nobody was able to recognize he was Lord Chaitanya. If Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is exhibiting the bhava of Mother Rukmini, it was so intense, nobody could recognize this is Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also was in Mother Rukmini's mood. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would perform many intense Sankirtan pastimes at Shiva Sangan. And one fine day, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told all the devotees that we are having kirtans whole day is so nice, but why waste the night time? Let us double it up. And let us have constant and continuous kirtans whole day and whole night. Means reporting 4:30 morning program attendance is there. So the night program gets over at 4:29, the morning program starts at 4:30. So something like this. And then whole day. There may be some prasad breaks in between. I'm not sure how many prasad breaks were there. But this was a very intense. And all devotees, they were so happy that okay, it is Lord Chaitanya's desire, it is beyond our human capacities, but because the Lord has desires, let us try. And because they had that spirit, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered all of them to go beyond their bodily limits. So Krishna conscious intensity is very amazing. It can take one beyond all bodily limits. In front of Krishna consciousness, nothing is a limitation. That is the point. That intensity, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought about that intensity. This intensity for no the Shri Chaitanya if you see Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit, Lord displays the intensity of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu progressively. This is Radha Tattva, the Bhakti Tattva, the Prema Tattva, the Rasa Tattva. If you see the entirety of Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita displays the intensity of the bhakti in progressive stages. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even before taking sannyas, he's met Ishwarapuri, Srila Ishwarapuri Pal. And then he's returning from Gaya. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mad and he's searching for Krishna. Whole day, whole night. And Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is crying that I saw Krishna in Vedantashala. But then it disappeared out of my eyes. Where is Krishna? My life is wasted. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is crying tears, Krishna, Krishna. You look at the intensity of Nimai Pandit crying tears, chanting Krishna, Krishna. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas, he is mad in ecstasy. And as soon as there is only one thing in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, for the devotees, it was a very painful sight to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's golden hair go off. Hold it brown. Yes. Yes. Very. Yeah, something. So, but Lord Chaitanya was in ecstasy, and his ecstasy was not as soon as he got sannyas, he took on the robes of a sannyasi, immediately Mahaprabhu started running. And you is saying, Mahaprabhu, where are they going? He said, Vrindavan. So he was in that Vraja consciousness, he was mad. Because of this consciousness, the Jhadiganda forest got delivered. Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so mad. He was not differentiating human being, animal. Patra, to forget it. Human, animal also the Lord was not differentiating. He was just mad in ecstasy. Anybody would come in front. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would give love of Godhead. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seeing a lion and the Lord is telling, chant Hare Krishna. I am telling you, chant Hare Krishna. And the lion is standing on its two legs and chanting Hari Hari. The Lord's madness, you see, this is madness of, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did explain about this madness in Varanasi, technically, to Prakashananda Saraswati, that yes, he went to his guru and he said, Japite, korile pagal. Hoile pagal. Japite, hoi. Keva mantra, dila gosai. Kevatar bal, japite, hoile pagal. Oh, Gosai, what mantra you have given? What is its power? But chanting, I am becoming mad. Srila Ishwarpuri Pad said, very good. Continue. Hari bol. No, stamped, confirmed, bona fide, authorized. Kiva mantra dila gosai. Kivatar bal. So if we see the entirety of Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita is revelation of this ecstasy. Revelation of this ecstasy. And this ecstasy is the propriety of Shrimati Radharani. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in one sense, brought a franchise. And he brought Shrimati Radharani's mood live. But this kind of devotion is this kind of bhakti rasa is the proprietary of Shrimati Radharani. That is what we can see. Now, this is not the end of it. There is the no, one third of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the entire Antalila is based on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intense ecstasy. Now, this was introduction to ecstasy. Japite Japite Hoile Pagal is the introduction of ecstasy. Though that intensity of ecstasy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gambhira is calling out for Krishna. And for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no question of sleeping. Whole night the Lord would be in separation, and especially so, the feelings of separation from Krishna would become manifest very prominently in the night, because in the daytime, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of compassion and mercy, seeing all devotees, he would contain himself. But in the night, he was not able to contain himself. And therefore, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be in that very, very deep intensity of ecstasy of separation from Krishna, calling out for Krishna, wailing and crying. His body would be taking transformation. Sometimes his body would become spherical. All the limbs would just drop off into the main lump of his body. No limbs. His entire body would become spherical. Sometimes it will become elongated. Just like a wire, it would become elongated like anything. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the level of the ecstasy which the Lord was demonstrating. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is he's rubbing his face against the wall of the Gambhira, crying out for Krishna. It was very difficult to contain Lord Sri restrain Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at these times. Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami would always be there by the side of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Ramananda Rai was there. And so the Lord is Antalila very vividly describes this divine ecstasy of and then we see the Lord fainting every now and then. As soon as the Lord entered Puri, he saw Jagannath, he fainted. Many hours. Then the Lord is there in that fisherman pastime. In the fisherman pastime also we will see, actually the fisherman could not recognize that this is a human being. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body was deformed. It was not looking human. His body was deformed. So therefore the fisherman could not recognize, and therefore he said, okay, this Hari Hari ghost has caught me. That pastime comes that I don't know this animal, what ghost has overtaken me through this animal. So he was not able to recognize that this is a human being, because the Lord's body was deformed actually. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, similarly seeing the Chatak Parvat, Jai Shri Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maharani, Sudarshan Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So these are his ecstasies, and these ecstasies, they don't see any restriction, no restriction of time, date, day, nothing. These ecstasies are so amazing. In the same way, Srila Prabhupada sometimes he humbly says, these my purport, they are my transcendental ecstasies. And Prabhupada was also having these ecstasies, interestingly, in the same hours, the night time. If you see, from 1:30 a.m. or 2 a.m., the Brahma Muhurta, before the Brahma Muhurta about to start, starts around 2:30, 3. So Srila Prabhupada is also having these transcendental ecstasies, these purports, the Bhaktivedanta purports of my transcendental ecstasies. So actually, that this Krishna consciousness, this bhakti, this is the grace of Srimati Radharani, and one on whom this grace comes. Oh, such a person. For such a person, there are no limitations. Body, no body. Daytime, date, nothing can restrict. Actually, nothing can restrict. That is why Gaur Mohan Day had only one prayer for his son. May my son get the grace of Shrimati Radharani. That is the essence, the highest, the topmost of all the bhakti processes. And therefore, Prabhupada was Prabhupada was saying that, okay, my father envisioned me like this as a sannyasi, and dedicating and sacrificing one's life for the sake of the mission of Prema Sankirtan. ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल. Yeah, because Krishna wants to taste the rasa, the prem of because the Krishna is able to see that Srimati Radharani is enjoying more than me. So that is the nature of devotion. The devotee enjoys more than the Lord. Therefore, the Lord wants to become a devotee. Only a neophyte wants to become the Lord, but the Lord wants to become the devotee. Why? Because the devotee enjoys more than the Lord. This is the flavor of bhakti. So Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to taste it. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is basically demonstrating the Krishna Akarshani factor of the nature of bhakti. That bhakti in its topmost intensity is Krishna Akarshani. How bhakti can become so prominent and so lofty that even Krishna is helplessly attracted to it. Krishna is helplessly bewildered and attracted by it. Krishna wanted to demonstrate that. So therefore Prabhupada in one time in one of the lectures, Prabhupada says, people want to become God. They're very foolish. Bhakti is the process of becoming greater than God by mercy of God. Bhakti is the process of becoming greater than God. So why just to become God? Bhakti means becoming greater than God. Obviously by mercy of God. So the unconquerable becomes conquered. So the Lord is demonstrating this Krishna Akarshani feature of bhakti by himself tasting it and explaining and establishing that this is the highest, even higher than he himself. Take it up. That is the point. Hari Bol.